Okay. Locos versus New Mexico. The barn burner of the game. Alright, face off. Down. Devin trying to grab it. Devin gets it. We're starting with Devin, Logan, Mason, Jackson, and Noah. Jackson runs into his own player, trying to push it up the boards here. They finally shuffle it out. Almost picked off by Mason. Mason does now grab it on the back end here. So he's going to bring it into the zone. He beats one, sends it over to Devin. Devin couldn't get a hold of it in time. Imagine this is going to be a lot slower moving game. Devin pops it in front. Noah running under it with the shot. Whistle blown. Not really sure for what, as the goal came off. Goal came off. So we're going to get a change here. Kaz, Julian, and Wes coming on with Declan and James. Kaz will take the face off. Kaz grabs the puck off the face off, goes behind the net. And circles, takes a shot, save. Wes up front, and he soars it into the netting. I think it got tipped. We're going to say it got tipped. Definitely look like we're moving a little bit slower than we were this morning, as to be expected. Same five staying out here. Puck drop. West comes out with it. He's going to work his way behind the net. Spins. It's up front. Lays it off of Kaz. Kaz shoots it. Hits off the post. Kaz now loops around. Hits it back to Declan. Declan down deep for Julian. Julian couldn't quite hold on to it, and New Mexico sends it out. Biddy to grab it behind the net here. Sends it up for Wes. Wes is going to spin. Hit it up for Declan off the boards here. Declan's going to backhand it up to Julian. Julian in the zone. We're going to say Julian was offsides. All right, Eli, Nolan, Maxim coming out with Dane and Nicholas. Face off in the dot goes back to Dane. Dane up to Nicholas. Nicholas is going to take it himself here. Nicholas into the zone. He's going to work his way into the dot. Shot off the post. Nice try by Nicholas. Nolan wraps it around for Dane. Dane brings it in, and it's going to hit behind the net. Eli pressuring now. And New Mexico behind the net here. And they're going to try to chip it out. Dane holds it in, sends it back down. And they're going to grab a hold of it and back up. And it works its way down into the defensive zone. Nicholas is going to turn. They're going to change, so Nicholas has a lot of time. He's going to go ahead and skate this up ice. And going to make his way around. Centering pass, no one there. Makes its way back to Dane. Dane across for Clicks. Clicks takes a shot. And glove saved by the goalie. Almost tipped in by Eli. And we're going to get a change here. Looks like we might be missing Lucas today. Maybe he couldn't make this afternoon game here. Hopefully he's okay. So we got Logan playing the wing at the moment. Puck comes back to Noah. Noah shuffles it towards the net. Gets hit and popped out. It's going to go all the way down. It is on frame. So Huey's going to have to play it. He's going to play it out to Jackson. Jackson backhanded to Noah. Noah hits it off the skate. Kind of playing it to each other. Now Jackson up the boards here. Sending it up the ice. He hits Mason. Mason into the zone. Mason sends it across. Devin couldn't get a stick on it. And still out there. Oh, goal. I think Devin might have poked it in there. I didn't really see it.
A solid team. We lost, but we didn't lose by much.
All right, Declan, Goody, Mason, Logan, and Devin. Devin wins the face-off. He's going to bring it in. It's picked off and sent out, but Mason grabs it before it goes all the way out, and we're kind of just plinkoing it around. Declan sends it back in. Devin in the circles. Devin with the shot. Couldn't get enough on it. Makes its way out to Mason. Mason back across. Devin on the one-timer. Got all of it, but It's good save by the goalie. Devin grabs it again, backs it to Declan. Declan across the ice for Mason. Mason with the shot, pad save by the goalie. Goody with the pinch, sends it back in, deflected. That almost went in. And back again. James trying to get it to someone, couldn't quite do it. Amazing there. He couldn't grab a hold of it either as New Mexico shovels it down. Huey decides to play it, and New Mexico sends it back into the zone, so Logan's got to come get it, and he's just going to send it up the ice. So we're going to get a change, partial change here, as New Mexico gives it to Goody. Goody sends it up for Wes here. And Wes is going to wheel into the zone and take a shot. Nice shot by Wes, saved by the goalie. Dane and Nicholas out there now on defense. Yeah, Nicholas kept it in, gets it over to Dane. Dane now working his way. Gets it to Julian. Julian in the corner. He's going to work his way around, makes a move. Trying to cross it, whiffs on his pass. So he's got to come back and collect it again. Send it down the boards for Wes. Wes loses control. And Mexico trying to bump it out, but Dane holds it in. Mexico on the other side here. And they finally chip it out. Dane's going to grab it. He's going to wheel it up the boards to Kaz. Kaz avoids a hit and then brings the puck into the zone. Kaz is a circle, trying to make that last move, but gets picked off. Nice hit by Julian. Kaz able to get the puck back, hits it to Dane. Dane just has to shuffle it back to the other side real quick. Nicholas on the other side gives it back down for Wes. And Nicholas brings it across. Nice shot by Nicholas, saved by the goalie. Dane now on the pinch. And he tried to get it back down low, couldn't quite get there. And offside, so we got to bring it out. Let's bring it out here. He's going to take it behind the net. And he's going to bring it up ice. There goes Wes, getting some speed. He's going to work his way to the slot, cuts in. Couldn't quite get a sharp enough cut. And he goes down deep into the corner as they send it up the ice. Jackson's going to grab it. He's going to hit it back over to Kaz. Kaz trying to take it and gets it picked off. Makes its way by Jackson. And now goes Eli. Eli loses it. New Mexico coming out with it. Picked off by Maxim. Maxim the Flicks up ice now. Flick's trying to shovel it down deep, and goalie's able to stop it.
Go, Loco!
Well, intensity.
All right, same five staying out there. Mexico wins the face-off as they send it up the board. Jackson's going to keep it in. He's going to bring it in, takes a shot. Gets deflected wide. So Wes working, or Maxim, I don't know who it is. I can't see. Noah bringing it in now. He's got a shot. Shot saved by the goalie. Noah trying again. And puck's still loose behind the net now. Noah going to grab it. He gets totally tripped. And we are going to go on the power play here. So power play unit coming out. It's only 1-0, but I'm pretty bored already. Yeah. Face off one, back to Mason. Mason to Devin. Devin sends it down for Julian. Julian lines up, shot save. So Wes taking this face off. Face off goes to the side. Comes back to Devin. Devin back down for Julian. Back to Devin. Devin over to Mason. Mason down to Kaz. Kaz, a nice one-timer shot. Saved by the goalie.
Good save, goalie.
Goalie made a good push and came across and stopped that shot. All right, face-off won by Wes. Julian and Devin trying to keep it in the zone. Wes comes out with it. Can't quite get it to Devin. Devin able to scoop it up here and gets it back down to Julian. Back to Devin. Cross to Mason. Mason down deep for Kaz. Kind of not a great pass or great catch. Not really sure what, but get back a hold of it. Back to Wes. Mason's going to dump it back for Devin. Devin's going to bring it in here. Back to Mason. Mason's going to load up. Send it across for Julian. As New Mexico is going to get a hold of us here. About 1 minute left on the power play. Mason bringing it in. Mason shot. Deflected. Julian picks it up. And he's going to send it down. Julian works his way into the dot. He's going to shoot it off the goalie's face. West now to Devin. Cross to Mason. Back to Devin. Through to Julian and score. So not the best one-time shot I've seen Julian take, but it was effective enough
Like he was basically like,
that it went in.
yeah, you're right about that.
So power play goal, always good.
He did acknowledge it.
Declan and Goody out there now with Eli, Flicks, and Maxim. Maxim takes the face-off, wins it. Flicks going to get it. Flicks hits it off the boards to himself. Seaworks his way in shot. Glove saved by the goalie.
And he was like he basically walked away from it.
Face off, and Maxim comes out, and they're going to just send the puck down. Hugh's going to play it, sends it up for Goody. Goody circles the net, and he's going to go up. Goody taking it up ice, and Eli was offsides there. So coming out. Face off. It eventually makes its way over to Eli. Eli trips over his feet, and New Mexico makes the red line, gives it to Goody. Goody just gives it over to Declan. Declan up for Nolan. Nolan was kind of I think it was supposed to be a pass, but it was frozen by the goalie. So Nicholas and Dane coming out on the blue line. Face-off comes back to Dane. Dane back to Nicholas. Nicholas is going to load up. Shot blocked in front. And Mexico trying to get it out, but nice work by Eli. Keeps it in and takes it around. He's tripped up. No call. As New Mexico goes to swing it out. And Dane is just going to shove it back down. And then they send it down the ice for an icing. All right, Devin, Mason, and Logan coming out. Face-off comes back to Nicholas. Nicholas batting it over for Devin. And comes back to Dane. Dane to Nicholas. Nicholas got a lot of space. Shot saved by the goalie. .7:41 left in the first period. Reason takes the face off. Face off comes back to Devin. Devin hits it back for Dane. Dane lines up and shoots it. Saved by the goalie as he windmills it in dramatic fashion. Face off, frozen by the goalie again. Face off staying in the dot, shot in by Mason, pad saved by the goalie. Nicholas sends it down deep for Devin. Devin working in the corner here. As Nicholas comes out with it, sends it over to Dane, gets behind Dane, and Dane has to come get it out of the zone. Dane couldn't quite get it out, and New Mexico coming in, and they shove it down behind the net. Dane does get a hold of it, rings around the boards to the point, walked off with Logan's skate, back down deep. Nicholas dangerously takes it through the crease, gets away with that one, and then back to Nicholas it goes. Nicholas getting some speed, he's going to bring it in. And he's going to work into the corner and whistle blown. So Jackson and Noah out there, Wes, Kaz, and Julian. Face off going to the corner with Wes. Kaz comes out with it, takes a shot, saved by the goalie. We're shooting a lot right at the goalie's chest, so we can maybe put it off to the side just a little bit. Face off behind the net, West takes it and tries a wraparound in front, sticking in there. Goalie's just going to cover that up. And we're going to have another face off.
I know, but it's so different.
Face off the boards. Held in by Wes. Wes sends it over to Jackson. Jackson kind of offhanded pass to Wes. Back to Jackson here. Jackson, he's going to bring it up. Moves it in the boards. He's got it again. Gets it over to Wes. Wes trips. Gets his foot back and goes in. Jackson in with him. Jackson back door. Didn't quite hit it enough. And it's going to go back to Kaz. He's going to put it on net. Deflected. Jackson got a hold of it. He's going to take it. Drops it to Kaz. Kaz to Julian, and Julian pops it in. So Jackson and Noah staying out. Face off one back to Jackson. Jackson pumps it up for Nolan. And now it's going to be dumped into the zone. Nolan's going to take it behind the net. For Noah, sorry. And he's going to go ahead and take it up ice and sling it, trying to get it to Quicks. Quicks grabbing it, loses control. Regains it, but we're offsides. Face off by Quicks. He's going to turn, send it up the ice. Mexico is going to get it there, just going to send it down. Jackson prowls it, gives it over to Noah. Noah's going to take it. And he brings it in, a lot of speed, takes a shot, brings it off the post up into the netting. And now we're going to get a change. All right, Logan and Mason, Devin out there. Goody and Declan. Declan shoots it in. Glove saved by the goalie.
Well, I think she was like that anyway. And then in that series,
Face off staying in the dots. Eventually makes its way behind the net. Mexico's just going to wing it up the ice. It's going to make its way down. It did hit a body, so no icing.
No,
Mexico back on their breakout. Picked off by Devin. And Declan can't quite hold on to it as New Mexico comes in. They're going to shoot it. It's going to get deflected up into the corner. And Mason now trying to get it over to Devin up to the point. Declan now, he's going to hit it up. And Declan, break free. He's got Mason with him. Lay it back to Mason, saved by the goalie. Declan still holds on to it, sends it over for Devin. Devin with the spin. Shot gets deflected wide. Logan picking it up on the other side here. Back to Devin. Goody's got it. Goody's going to wind up a shot and saved by the goalie. Loose up front, still loose. Plucked by Devin. Devin sends it across for Mason. Mason puts it in. So 3:23 left in the first. 4-0 Locos. So Kaz, Julian, Wes out there, Nicholas, and Dane. Face off, won by Kaz. Kaz brings it in. It was offsides, but no call. Kaz power moves towards the net. Stopped by the goalie. Julian wrapping around the other way. Wes going to get this in the corner. Wes reverses. He's looking for Julian. Julian had a guy on him. Wes gets it back. And he's going to, do something in the corner. Sends it back to Kaz. Kaz off the boards right to New Mexico. Dane having to recover, now hold on to it here. Dane back up the boards for Wes. Wes brings it into the zone. Gets around one kick, gets around two, and will save by the goalie there. This is only the first period.
Go, Jackson. Get in the game, buddy.
Huey trying to stay warm back there. He's faced maybe a couple long clears so far. Sorry, back where the action is. Has the puck, sends it in. Julian lays it over for Wes. Wes trying to go back to Julian. Mexico is going to grab it. They're going to ring it off the boards and down the ice. Huey's going to play it because he wants to touch the puck.
That's a shot.
And up for Kaz. Kaz into the zone. Into the corner.
Oh, jeez.
And there's a hit. And a penalty. On Kaz? Did Kaz just get called?
No, they didn't.
The other New Mexico got called?
Maybe a PP2 in this one.
Oh, power play team 2 getting their chance. As New Mexico's got to sit in the sin bin. Right. All right, Declan taking this face off here. One back to Eli. Eli back to Jackson. Jackson sends it in. Blocked in front. Eli lost his footing, so here comes New Mexico on the clearance. Jackson's going to pick it up. He's going to whirl around. Going to backhand it over to Goody. Goody up to Declan. Declan's going to take it in here. Declan brings it in. Power move to the net. Shot. Saved by the goalie. All right, Declan on the face-off again here. Face-off one to the outside. James picks it up. James taking it down deep, trying to dump it into backhand it, and New Mexico clears it all the way down the ice. Shoots it in on Jackson. And James gets it, sends it up for Nolan. Nolan gets it poked off his stick. James back up for Nolan. And back up the ice it goes. Off the boards, Julian holds it in. Julian hits off the glass. First unit coming on. Hit to Julian up front. Declan trying to get a hold of it. Julian again. He's going to spin. And keeps going after the check on Mexico did not work. Hazen back to Julian. Julian back to Goody. Goody winds up a shot. Save. And Mexico clears. So PP1 out there now. Mason's going to take it in. And they're going to drop it off in front. Shot saved by the goalie. Picked up by Kaz. Kaz shoots in. Saved by the goalie. 11 seconds left here in the period. Get it over to Mason. Mason with a shot. Brings it off the post. And I think it hit off the back of the goalie and went in the goal. So nice job by Mason to finish. And 4 seconds left here. Nicholas and Dane coming out. West staying out there with Kaz and Julian to finish off the first period. Face off makes it through Nicholas, and that's going to do it for the first.
Go, Loco! Yeah.
Alright, face off picked up by Devin. Devin's going to grab it. Try to make a move on the goal. He couldn't quite get there. Logan grabs it now. Logan tries the backhand, goes over the net. Pinched in by Nicholas here. Nicholas gets it to Devin. Devin wheeling around. Pops it back for Nicholas. Nicholas sends it down. Off the glass. And out. Nicholas having to get this. Up to Mason. Mason gets it around here. Mason bringing it into the zone. Mason still has it. Tried to go 5-hole. Goalie made the save. Straight out to Nicholas. Nicholas puts it back in. Blocked by a body in front and back over to the corner. Sends across for Devin. Devin pops it for Dane. Dane back to Devin. Devin spins, able to get away from his guy, sends it across for Mason. Mason couldn't quite handle it. Comes out, Dane holds it back in. Brings it down deep, deflected wide. Logan along the boards. He gets tripped up. No call. Into the corner. Dane on the deep pinch. Get it by Dane, but not by Devin. Devin into the dots. Devin tried that last toe drag. Mason picked it up. Mason gets it hit off his stick, and they send it around. Dane holds it in. Sends it up for Devin again. Devin trying to corral it in behind the net here. Pops it in front, makes its way to Mason, and shoots it deflected up into the netting. Kaz, Julian, Wes out there, Noah Jackson. Kaz sends it towards the net. Goalie's just going to poke it up. Kaz gets a hold of it, sends it over to New Mexico, who ices the puck. I say no. I think the refs just want to get out of here as bad as everyone else. So Noah playing it behind the net, sends it up for Kaz. Oh, he called it off that one too. Wes picks it up, runs right into Julian. Julian back to Noah. Noah to Julian. No one's puck's just kind of pinging free right now. Finally, New Mexico is going to come up with it. They send it up, and Kaz going to grab it. He's going to shove it across to Noah. Noah shipping it up for Julian. Wes in there now. Wes has got it. Wes around the boards. And he cycles it for Julian. Julian brings it into the dots. Sends it across for Kaz. Kaz misses. And back to Noah. Noah walking the blue line. Sends it down deep for Kaz. Kaz trying to dump it in front. Off the boards and up into the netting. Sometimes I also don't like games like this because it can develop bad habits. Like teammates not passing to one another. Shot in by Declan and sent out. Maxim trying the centering pass, and we're just trying to ram it through the pads. Declan on the pinch. Declan makes his way in, tries to go by the net, trying to dump it in front. Can't get a good stick on it. Chipped up and batted in by Clicks.
Oh, he said no goal. No, he said good goal. He said good goal.
So,
That's pretty sweet.
Clicks gets his first one of the tournament, so that's good to see.
Trying to have fun now.
Maxim takes the face off, comes back to Goody, shoveling it up right to New Mexico. And they're going to send it up to the red line, and they send it to Declan. Declan, there, pass to Clicks. Clicks trying to get over to you. I can't quite do it. Clicks grabs a hold of it, and off the boards. And trying to send it to the other side, picked off by New Mexico. Getting a little sloppy. I know the boys are trying to save their legs. I'm sure Peter explicitly told them not to do anything stupid, but said sometimes I don't like this game because it makes not good habits. Eli holding on to it. He's going to bring the dots. He's got all sorts of room. Rips a shot. Glove saved by the goalie. With the dramatic slow-mo on the catch.
Like it. Gotta have fun.
Dane, Nicholas out there, Mason, Logan, and Devin. Face off, picked up by Mason, rips a shot, hits off the side of the net. Logan now does a reverse. He's going behind, he gets pinched off. Devin coming in to help. Devin back to Nicholas. Back up to Devin. Down deep here. Devin looking for a pass back to Dane, gets by Dane. And New Mexico sends it all the way down for an icing. 3:59 left in the halftime. Face off goes to New Mexico. They're just going to flip it down the ice for another icing. Face off one back to Devin. Devin gets a hit off his stick. Dane comes in. He gets it off his stick and has to bring it out of the zone. He shovels it across for looking for Nicholas. And Logan falls down. As New Mexico trying to just send it up into the offensive zone. If you get in the offensive zone, Nicholas going to have to go grab this behind the boards. And he's going to go ahead and start skating it out here. Sends it over to Devin. Devin's streaming into the zone, trying to make a move. He's been trying to help him out here. They push it towards the boards. And up, Dane's going to hold it in. Gets off the shin guard and down. Noah's able to grab this. Noah's going to wait for his time. And then he's going to take it up here. He gets it to Julian. Julian enters the zone. Julian brings it behind the net. Gets it taken off his stick. Wes is going to grab it. Wes around the blue line here. Noah sends it over to Jackson. Jackson hits it down deep, gets tripped. No call on the tripping. Said I think the refs just want to get out of here just as bad. Kaz tries the centering pass, gives it back to himself. He's going to shoot and score. Jackson got both his feet totally taken out from him, tripped, but the refs were like, whatever, just keep playing. They're like, we're not calling that. Face off one back to Noah. Noah sending it up. Made its way through. It shouldn't have. Julian into the dots. He's going to rip a shot. And nice shot by Julian. I think it went in. Pretty sure. But it was in and out of there pretty quick. Hopefully maybe after halftime they can start the run clock. Julian lays it back to Jackson. Jackson across ice to Wes. Wes lays it for Noah. Noah down deep here. Noah along the boards. Shoves it back down for Kaz. Kaz in for Julian. Julian takes it in, gets it off his stick. And Wes back to Julian. We'll lay it back for Wes. Wes to Jackson. Jackson sending it towards the goal. And saved by the goalie, as New Mexico is going to grab it and start bringing it out here. West easily strips the kid of all his dignity. Jackson now. So he's going to move it around. He's going to bring it up ice here. Going to take it into the zone. Plays it for Kaz. Kaz got it lost in the skates. Bringing it back around here. Off the boards back to Noah. Noah misses. And the bench is giving him a real hard time. Noah back behind the net here and then falls down. Not a pretty series for Noah. Jackson backhands it to Noah and says, Noah, try again. And Noah hits Kaz on the nice pass. Kaz power move, can't quite finish it. Got totally hooked. And I guess the refs are deciding that that one's going to be, it was a total hook. But power play coming. Power play incoming. 49 seconds left. Let's see if we can get it in the next minute. PP2 starting out there.
They're not going to cut the ice either.
They're what?
They're not going to cut the
Oh,
ice.
okay. That's good. Declan coming in for Jackson. Or he's already normally in there, but Maxim's going to center and Declan's going to play defense. Flicks in the circles, back to Declan. Declan back to Flicks. Flicks trying to put it in, and I don't know what it hit off him, but it went in. So hit off the goalie's pad and in, I guess. Okay, 36 seconds left. New Mexico wins the face-off. Declan comes out with it to James. So James to Eli. Eli's going to spin it around here. He's going to bring it into the zone. Comes out with it. Gets around one. Shot. Save. Still loose in front. Still loose. Still loose. Flicks into the corner. And wraps around the boards. Declan's going to pinch. He wins. And he's going to hold on to it in the corner and go behind the net. And that's going to do it for the half. I heard they are not going to zam the ice. Maybe they'll start a run clock in the second, so that would be nice. Although if they weren't going to zam the ice, I wish they would have just kept going.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it any better down here. No.
Exactly.
Just because you can see doesn't make it more fun. Okay, back for the second half. Face off won by New Mexico. And they're going to send it down on Noah. Noah holding on to it. Sends it up ice for Logan, and it's going to ice. Look at our boys on the bench. They're not even watching the game.
Check out the chicks.
What chicks?
I don't know.
They're facing the coaches. All right, face off.
They're running.
Oh, they are running the clock. Thank God. Mason gets the face off over to Logan. Logan lifts on the pass to Devin. And they're going to bring it down to the zone. Jackson having to get it now. He's going to pull it back. And backhand it to Devin. Devin back to Jackson. Jackson back to Devin. Devin trying to get it up to Mason. Gets to Mason. Mason brings it in. Mason centering it for Devin. Blocked off a skate. Back behind the goal. Bring it around the boards. Jackson on the very deep pinch wins it. He's going to bring it in. And Mexico brings it out here. Jackson gets a hold of it. He's going to bring it back in here. Jackson brings it around. Brings it around the goal. He's circling. Gets it back to Noah. Noah over to Logan. Logan's going to wind up. Shot. Blocked in front by Mason. And Devin. Back to Logan. Logan sends in. And still loose.
Oh.
Mason backhands it in. Goal. Goalie is not happy. Goalie is making a life choice in his head. Okay. Go, face off. Mexico gets it. Gives it to Wes. Wes gives it to Declan. Declan up the ice to Wes. Wes. Offsides. I think Julian was in by a little bit. And the bench is telling Julian, giving him a hard time. Face off back to Declan. Declan's just going to send it down deep. Kaz going to get this. Kaz trips the kid. And they don't call it. That was a pretty bad trip as well. They should have just given it to him. Let him go on the power play. Wes sends it across. Julian couldn't get his stick on it. Julian now in the corner. And still in the corner. And then New Mexico's going to ice the puck. The New Mexico kids are begging the refs not to call the icing.
Who's yelling?
I don't know. The kids were, I think. I think the kids were like, yo! All right, same five staying out there. Puck dropped. Kaz wins it. Kaz going to make his way into the slot here. And he's going to backhand it, looking for Julian on the back door. Julian loses the puck, but Declan's going to keep it in. He's going to work his way to the center over to Kaz. Puts off the Kaz stick. Kaz back to Goody. Goody sends it back down low. And Kaz over to Declan, between Declan's legs, and back into the corner. Julian now behind the net. Back to Wes. Wes for Kaz. Kaz just does a one-timer, puts it in. All right, Dane and Nicholas coming out here. with Nolan, Maxim, and Eli. New Mexico. He's off one by Maxim. Back to Flicks. Flicks to Nicholas. Nicholas is going to take it all the way back. And then he's going to send it up to Maxim. Maxim off the boards for Eli. Eli got stopped by the ref. And then offsides. Oh, referee.
Working his footwork. This is the second time.
Dane's going to grab it. Dane sends it across looking for Eli. Eli runs into the goalie. He's kept in by Nicholas. He just pushes it back down to the corner. And Nolan back to Dane. Dane's going to bring it in. Back to Flicks. Flicks shoots it. Run by the goalie. The goalie loves those windmills. Lots of windmilling.
There are very many kids in there,
All right. Logan, Mays, and Devin out. Jackson, Noah. One timer by Logan. Logan puts it in. I think that might be Logan's first goal. So, team very happy for him.
He scored earlier.
I think he got an assist earlier.
Oh, did he? I got
Puck comes back with Jackson. Jackson along the boards. And
that's
they're going to chip it out.
So this is 16, and you, yeah. So this is 16U. They can play high school if they want. Our kid doesn't. He doesn't want to play high school. Yeah. Oh, you can play both.
Dane brings it in.
Yeah.
Out to Logan. Logan takes a shot. Deflected in front. Cleaned off the boards. Mason grabbed it.
Yeah. You can play.
Mason working in the corner.
Yeah, or both, or whatever. Yeah, it was a lot.
Comes across here.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah, usually the high schools are really
Trying to get it out. Gives it right to Mason.
6.
And then Mason gets deflected on the shot. Jackson pinches. Brings it in. Dumps it back to Mason. Back behind the goal. Jackson goes behind the goal here. He's going to circle in front. Leaves it back for Noah. Noah takes it into the corner. Tries to get it over to Jackson, and that's going to do it for the second period.
Yeah, this game isn't so good. Their team is
So I guess there was a penalty. And second power play unit out on the ice here. Declan wins the face-off, rolls right by Jackson. But Huey gets to touch the puck, and then he puts it right back to Mexico. Has to make a save. He has to make another save. I think Huey did that on purpose, just so he could get some action. Nolan brings it into the zone here. Twist around. Sends it across to Jackson. Jackson puts it in. And saved by the goalie. All right, face off. Won by Declan. Declan back behind the net. Sends it, trying to get it to Goody. Blocked off the shin guard. And they're just going to clear it. Jackson's going to pick it up. He's going to bring it in the zone. Going to work it to the slot. Shot right into the chest. Save.
Whoa.
Oh, bad shot. Oh, first unit coming out. First unit. West holding it along the blue line, dumps it over for Mason. Mason opts to hold on to it, and he's going to send it back to Devin. Devin getting to the center, gives it to Mason. Mason down low. You okay? Mason to Kaz. Kaz sends it to Julian. Julian loads up the shot, and the windmill. Should have a good generator, that kid, with all that windmill and he's doing, make a lot of power. So many windmills. All right. Dave Nicholas out there with Devin and someone on the left wing, but can't see who it is. All right, comes back to Dane. Dane sends it to the back door. Oh, centered. Save. I think that's Nolan. Nolan loses it. Mexico gets it out to the neutral zone. Maxim playing defense, I think. Oh, no, he wasn't. He was just temporary defenseman. Holding for Dane. Oh, centered for Maxim. Shot saved by the goalie. I think Nolan successfully did the wraparound. Yeah, Nolan got a hat trick.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah, the wraparound attempt was successful.
I didn't pay attention.
But they didn't add the tally though. Into the corner. Dane's going into the corner. Sends it up the boards. Flicks trying to pump it out. Kept it at the point. Grabbed by Dane. Dane along the boards to Nicholas. Nicholas back down deep. Dane along the boards. Flicks gets it up to Logan. Logan trying to get it back to Flicks. They're going to shoot. Saved by Jackson. Good save by Jackson. That was a good one. All right, Noah Jackson out there with Kaz, Julian, and Wes. Face off. 1, into the boards. Jackson pushes up to Kaz. Kaz pushes up to Julian. Julian chips it to himself. 3-on-1. Julian into the zone, around the net. Drops it for Wes. Wes comes in. Wes sending it for Kaz. Did it go in? Or is the net off? Net's off.
We scored so many points.
They didn't even give us the last one.
They didn't give us last
So,
two.
oh, they didn't? They just stopped at 11?
Technically, there might be 14.
Huh?
Might even be 14.
They just stopped adding the score. Right. Into the corner goes. Send up for Kaz. Kaz wins it. Julian. It's moving to the dots. Sends it to Kaz. And Mexico hits it out. Jackson has to go get it here. Avoids one check. Hits it up the boards to Julian. Julian to Kaz, and we're back out. And Wes has it now. Wes sends it to Jackson. Jackson down low for Kaz. Kaz tries to center it. Deflects back to himself. And he lays it off to Noah, I think. Or Dane. I don't know who's in there anymore.
She makes homemade mac and cheese. It's like box. I think she hit up with garlic and throw some basil in there.
Back to Kaz. Kaz one times it, save, and they ice the puck. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Make a pre. You don't have money to walk.
Logan gives it back to Declan. Declan shoves it back into the corner. Logan trying to get a hold of it now. And still in the corner. Devin helping. Devin sends it across. Looking for Goody. He grabs it. He lays it back to Devin. Devin in the slot. Loses it. And Mexico on the breakout. They don't get very far. Mason picks it up, circles back around. Off the boards to himself into the corner. And Goody and Devin hold it in. Devin to the slot, hits it over to Mason. He shot it, saved.
Wonderful.
Look at Jackson. He's trying to do one-footed hops.
Yeah.
All right, face-off one goes back to Dane.
Oh no.
What is that? They're calling a bad face-off?
Yes.
You're gonna redo it? Redo the face-off. This clock needs to run faster. All right, Dane sends it down to the corner. And Mexico comes out with it. They try to center it. Realize there to pick it off. And Maxim gets a hold of it. He's going to go behind the net here. And he's going to bring it up ice. And the goalie's just gonna ice it or cover it, freeze it. Oh, it is cold down here today. My toes are cold.
I mean, part of me feels bad for them, but part of me feels
Oh, Nicholas has to get it.
even the tournament.
Oh, Jackson gets a hit. And there goes Nicholas, sends it up for Eli.
Well, even little kids play that.
That's true. That's true.
Eli down the ice here.
They probably
Shot
look
save.
for teams like, hey, we'd love you to come up to this
Love
tournament.
We'll play
You guys in the normal spot?
Did we score you?
No. I think the goalie saved it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to the center.
No. It went in? The goalie was like hugging the post. Yes, Eli got it by him. I guess Eli scored a goal.
No. Yeah, don't see what he's doing.
I did see that.
Oh.
Is that what he said?
What did he say? Here, you can commentate for a while. I need to go find a tissue and blow me. I haven't really said much the last couple of minutes.
Still in?
It's still on. Nobody cares. No one's going to rewatch this game.
Okay, it's Dan taking over here while Kristen goes to find a tissue. Looks like out on the blue line it's Goody and Declan. Got Maxim, Devin, and Nolan to forward line. Devin cuts to the middle, backhand shot just over the net. So gets his own rebound, still circling. Loses it to the corner. It's picked up by Mason. Mason tries to center, just missed a player. Goes down to Mexico. New Mexico. Icing is called up. Declan will retrieve back in our zone. Declan will break it out. Both get it knocked off the stick. Recovered nicely by James. James up to Nolan. Sorry, Nolan. I can't see down there. Nolan down. Gets knocked off the stick. Back up to James. James will take it into the zone. Devin is just trailing him. Centers it to Nolan. I think Nolan scored again. And we'll get a full line change here. We'll have Nicholas and Dane on the back end with Eli and Maxim. And Logan? Yeah, picks it up in the neutral zone. Shot from the slot by Maxim is saved by Mexico. Oh, breakaway for New Mexico. Just rolled off of a stick there. Nicholas retrieves. Passes over for Maxim will pick it up. Escape through the neutral zone. Nice little drag move, but just rolled off his stick there. Dane will pitch in the corner. Gets out of our zone. Over to Eli. Eli cross ice to Nicholas. Nicholas to Maxim. Maxim brings into the zone. Has Julian coming down the center. Puck gets knocked behind the net. Like on the ice now is Wes. Maxim Julian. Julian scores. Julian had picked up the puck down there and just in the circles, just chipped it over the goalie's head. We are a minute left in the game. I think they're going to take their time. Jackson's going to take the face-off if they drop this puck. It'll be Jackson, Wes, and Taz with Julian and Noah on the back end. Jackson wins the face-off. Jackson brings it in. Feeds Taz. Just missed the net from Taz. Puck falls back. Jackson will pick it up. Feed Taz again. Taz will feed Wes, but the goalie made a save. Shot by Jackson into the goalie's chest, and that will probably do it. Clock runs down, and I don't know what the final score was. I want to say 15, maybe. Maybe 15-0, but we're out of the game. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:30 for the semifinal game. Oh no, I don't think it was even working.
They were on. Even Jackson gave between the break. Came over and had his snack buckets.
Well, I think Peter, I'm sure, told the kids to like save your legs.
Yeah. Tomorrow.